Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you everything that has been changed, added and fixed in Minecraft pre-release 6 for 1.16. If you like these snapshot and pre-release videos, then please make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss out on the next videos. So now, without any further ado, let's get into all of the changes. So first of all, there's been a change to maps, so they will now display the right colors for the crimson and warped blocks. So let's see that happening. Here we have some warped blocks like this. They should all show up as blue on the map. And there we go, we see 4 blue blocks. And next to it, let's put the red ones for the crimson, and they will show up as red. And there we go. This one is actually very red, the Nilium. If you now go over to your recipe book, there is now actually a search thing. Well, it was here before, but now it's actually more obvious because the search term is actually here. So previously it was just this, but now it actually does says search. So if you now open the game mode switcher, you will see that it automatically will say creative. So if you join the world, it will say creative as a first option. And if you are in creative like this, it will say, well, it will tell you to go to survival, but you can still switch it, of course, by pressing F4. But it will have a default option now. If you're in survival, the default option will be creative, and if you're in creative, the default option will be survival. So you can switch between creative and survival very quickly by just pressing F3 and F4 in quick succession. There we go, and there we go. There's also a technical change in this pre-release. They've added player interacted with entity advancement trigger, and it has two options. First of all, it has item, which is the item that was in the player's hand during the interaction, and entity is the entity that was interacted with. So this is, for example, breeding an animal or stuff like that. Then there's also a lot of bug fixes, so let's go through the most important ones. If you now find a zombie village, the zombie villages in there are actually persistent and they will stay there and not despawn. The enchantment glint on a shield is now actually just working and doesn't look very strange, as you can see right here. Piglins should now also be able to spawn with enchanted gear. Making large nether portals will no longer crash the game. Baby piglins will now run away from wither skeletons, so let's see that. There we go, they're running away like crazy, and the elderly pigmen are actually fighting now. So there's also been a bug with end gateways. That was that if a player threw an ender pearl into the end gateway, that the end gateway would not always teleport you, so that should now be fixed as well. Iron golems won't cause any lag when it attacks. Right-clicking on a piglin with a gold ingot will now also grant the ooh shiny advancement. Previously you had to throw the gold ingot, but now you can also just right-click with it. The new nether mobs will make less noise. And also these zombified piglins we have over here will make noise a lot less. So as you can see, he's just sometimes saying stuff, but previously it was like all the time. So that has been reduced a little bit as well. Piglins can no longer remove a curse of binding piece of armor when they're given a better piece of armor. Entities will now immediately be pushed by water even if they are standing still, as you can see. They don't have to move first before they will get pushed by water and also lava. You could see through glass in a previous pre-release when it was placed in an item frame, so that no longer happens anymore. It has been fixed. You can now again shift on non-full blocks like soul sand, grass blocks and farmland. And finally, you can now stack lecterns that you've placed down and broken with the normal lecterns in your inventory. And there we go. If you want to read more about the other bug fixes, then please click the link in the description. And if you like this video, then please leave a like. And I want to see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye!